There was a shocking interview with the BBC this evening, and Prince Harry has lashed out after losing an appeal over his security arrangements.
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done.
OK, but the Duke didn't stop there. Harry then dropped an absolute bombshell, a massive olive branch to the King.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile.
Wow, what on earth should we make of all of that? I'll be honest with you, I thought it was quite surprising that he said that line about, I don't know how long my father's got left. I just thought that was quite bizarre, really. I think why not go straight to the audience on this? So, my good man here on the front row, what would you like to say about Harry, then?
Well, quite a bit, quite honest. It's sad, really, because, I mean, being an ex-military veteran myself, you know, he's done so much good work. He has, and he's pressed the self-destruct button. And it's just sad to see that, you know, we seem to be overshadowing that good work he has done. And he's done that himself. Now, there's so many things that probably going on in his head at the moment, and, you know, doing what he's done is probably embarrassed himself, he's embarrassed his family, he's pushed his family under the bus for no reason. Now, there should be an opportunity for him to come back. You know, we seem to forget, like, say, his time in Afghan. We seem to forget his time, you know, with, you know, the Invictus Games, which is absolutely fantastic achievement. You know, we've got to take our hats off to that. You know, for the veterans as well that he's worked with, fantastic. But he needs to be given an opportunity to come back to this.
You'd have him back, you think? Well, so when he said that he'd like reconciliation, yes. Where are you at with that? How do you want to see that happening?
Well, I'd like him to leave the baggage behind in America, right, and come back by himself. And then,
right, OK.
You know, it's that really, you know.
Something while to realise that you were talking about that, but there we go. Well, all right.
He wasn't talking about Samsonite.
No, I was thinking, yeah, it's case of the airport.
There's no point sitting on the fence, because, I mean, it's there that's dragged him down. And, you know, he was never like that in the army. You know, he was an absolute top operator as well. You know, he's so close to his brother, he was so close to his family. You know, they've had that perfect family growing up. Right. And he's met her, you know, obviously she's the problem. I mean, she just makes me cringe, quite honestly.
All right, well, there we go. Hey, you're allowed to have your views. Meghan Markle, of course, is not here to defend herself. But have you been getting a load of spam in your email recently? What about random calls? It's really annoying, isn't it? Data brokers are out there collecting your personal information. Anything from your email, your full name, your address, and even your political affiliation. Cyber criminals can even use AI to mimic the voices of friends and family to trick people into sending them money. And it gets even worse. People out there are getting huge loans taken out in their names without even knowing about it. But don't worry, because the sponsor of this video, Incogni, can help. They reach out to the data brokers on your behalf and request that your information is removed from their databases. Incogni continues to make sure that your data is removed automatically from the internet via repeated removal requests. So, how can you get started? Well, step 1, hit the link in the description, create an Incogni account and tell us whose data you'd like removed. Step 2, grant Incogni the right to work on your behalf. Step 3, sit back, relax and watch Incogni work. They will update consistently so you know when your data has been removed. Incogni is risk-free for 30 days, so you can try it for yourself and you'll get a free refund if the service isn't for you. So take back your personal data today with Incogni. Use the code GBNews using the link in the description below and you'll get 60% off an annual payment plan. I'll go to you, Andy. What do you make of what Archer... By the way, thank you very much. You're a military veteran as well. Well done. Good for you, mate. Yeah, what do you make of what we're seeing from Harry there? Those video clips kind of really throw his family under the bus, saying that about the King.
I feel that Prince Harry and Meghan embarrassed the UK terribly on the world stage. They made the decision to separate from the royal family. I don't believe he should have taxpayer-funded armed police. I think he should have the option for that, but he should pay for it. He's worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of pounds. What he said there about his dad, there's a lot of rumours, unsubstantiated rumours, that the king hasn't got very long. I've heard that. I don't know any truth in that, so maybe he's trying to...
That. To be fair, on what
he's trying to put that out there.
Harry's saying what he's just said is not going to make those rumours go away, is it?
No.
Honestly, the pair of them are just moany, whiny, awful, hypocritical, vile people. They really are. I'm sorry. And every time I've sat on this panel and tried to defend the fact he needs security because of his time in Afghanistan and because of the fact that he will always be the son of a king, and I think that on that he actually has a point. I think it's a fair debate to say whether he should pay for it now he's got loads of money, but I think he will always be that. But then he wants reconciliation, acting like he's the victim when he's the perpetrator of the stuff that would require the reconciliation. When the Queen was on her deathbed, Queen Elizabeth, he was throwing accusations about racism. Now he's alluding to the King's health being worse than we know. It's no one else's job to tell us that than the King. He is vile.
What's your view on this, then? What do you think?
I want to like Harry, I just do. And I think as a nation, we all used to really like him.
Agreed.
His grandmother loved him to bits. And I think he just, we feel let down. He did betray the Queen, his military service. I will always respect veterans.
Respect for that.
He's just...
Do you think he's right? He's not got the... Because I suppose that is the... obviously, he's then gone on and done this interview. I suppose the actual news is that he's not getting the security.
They'll do it on a case-by-case basis. If he feels unsafe, there's an argument in certain circumstances. I'm sure they will provide some protection for him, but I just think it's the tone of what he says. And on the reconciliation, there's nothing that the royal family likes more than someone standing and airing dirty linen in public. It's crazy.
It's quite unbecoming, really. Barry, what do you make when you see Prince Harry doing that? Do you feel sorry for him? Or
Look, thank you for what you said, because I think it was absolutely right to draw everyone's attention to his military service, to the Invictus Games, and to the way in which he has conducted himself in that respect. Look, I believe in family, and I believe it's important that when you have a rift in family, and many people, many of us have experienced that, they know that families sometimes do fall apart, and I think it's right that we should try and bring families back together. Where I would disagree with you, I think, is he also has another family, and that was a choice that he made. He made it consciously to get married, to have children. And I think the idea that he can come back and then make it all right with the royal family here by leaving his wife and children in America, I don't think that's right at all. I think you do have to try and work for reconciliation, try and make sure that the family can come back together again.
We'll see.
In the right way.
Do you want to come back to that, and then we're going to have to whiz ourselves on, I think. Hold that microphone closer to you.
She's actually living off his coattails. She's making a living off his name. She's absolutely despicable. She sticks to her jam pots or whatever, but he needs to get rid of her. If he's coming back, then he needs to get rid of her. She's the problem, that he's the way he is. Nobody else. It's just there.
All I would gently say to you is that she was a movie star in her own right, earning millions separately from him.
She was on a minor TV show from a Canadian. I wouldn't go on that.
We're going to have to whiz ourselves on. We will never know what Meghan Markle's acting career could have been. Well, anyway, coming up next.